Hey there, this is Drew Page. Welcome to the Drew Page channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a vivid vision plan for your business. Now, the idea of the vivid vision is based on the book by the same title, written by Cameron Herold. In this book, he gives several examples on how to create a vivid vision. You say, well, what is a vivid vision? The vivid vision is a written document that sets out where you want your company to be in 3 years. There's no worrying about the how or the what you're going to do to get there, how you're going to do it, all the details. Put those to the side and you just think and dream and come up with whatever ideas you can come up with. Now, when you're writing your vivid vision, you need to know what it is that you want your company to be. So how do you do that? And how do we develop that? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down how I did it in establishing the vivid vision for where I want my law practice to go. What are you going to add with a vivid vision? This is a channel that has to do with financing and investing to help personal injury clients to be able to protect and grow their money. Well, a couple things. First, if you're a personal injury client who comes upon a sum of money, you may decide you want to start a business. And if you're going to have a business, you need to have a plan. And the best way to set up a plan is to go through and create a vivid vision. The second thing is I want you to be able to assess me as a personal injury attorney as to whether I am connecting all the dots and got the right pieces in place for you to decide that you want to hire me as your attorney. So this is my, calling card to you to say this is what I'm about as a lawyer and what my firm's about and what we're going to be about for the next 3 years. So you can follow along with that and read it. Once it's done, you can see the thought process behind it and then make a decision on whether you'd like to have me represent you and fight for you, which you should. Which you also, by the way, should subscribe to my channel, like this video, help with the algorithm, and now we'll get back to the production. At any rate, the other thing that I enjoy doing is just talking about business and how to grow business and leadership and development. One of my coaches, his name is Bill Hauser, he says that this type of strategic thinking is a $10,000 an hour task, whereas most people spend their time on $100, $1,000 an hour tasks at the most. So this type of thinking is the type of thinking that a CEO, a owner, or a high-level manager needs to be engaging in to keep everybody involved. So you see this big mess behind me? This is called my mind map. And I'm going to erase it real quick and kind of walk through how you can create your own vivid vision. As the leader of the firm or business, you are the one that's in control of setting this vivid vision. But the other part of that is that you are responsible for all of it. So when you're creating this mind map, or when I create it and I know that I'm the one that's responsible, I put myself right here in the middle. So you see DP for Drew Page right here in the center. Anything that grows out of this company, whether for good or for bad, is going to be on me. There's no excuses, only responsibility. So if people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, ultimately that's on me. And I need to be putting them in positions not to be falling short, but instead to be successful. So I'm the center of that, got to make that happen. So then how do I know what I need to do to put around my mind map in creating the vivid vision? Well, what I did is I looked at the samples in the book by Cameron Herold, saw some of the generic terms that they use, and then added some of the attorney flair for mine. And you, of course, will need to adjust yours based on if you're a law practice, what your particular practice is. If you're a business, you may not be able to apply the same type of things that I do, but this will give you a general idea of how mind mapping works and how you can start preparing for your vivid vision. I just generally write down things that just come to mind that center around my business. So one of the things that I have to deal with as an attorney is intake. I need to be able to get clients in the door, customers in the door. So I need a vision regarding my intake processes. What about leadership? The leadership team, the other owners and partners. I need to have a vision for myself and what my role is as a leader, as well as the other partners. What about the other attorneys in the firm? My staff. We can't forget the importance of keeping up with our finances and revenue. So We need one for money. You need a vision for projections of where you're going to be financially 3 years from now. What's the media saying? Are they positive? Are they negative? In order for us to have good intake, we need good marketing. So we need a marketing section. To do good intake and have good marketing, and to make sure that everybody's getting the training they're needing, we need good systems and processes. One of the things that aggravates me the most and that I want to see fixed is our IT. Our IT department can be upgraded. How can I make a vision about fixing that over the next 3 years? Need to establish a culture, core values. What are we all about? What about a mission statement? I think those things could probably be included in there. What about what other attorneys are sending, or non-attorneys, as far as referrals? So we got referrals there for both attorneys and non-attorneys to send business. What about real estate? What we own, what we lease, how it's kept, the atmosphere of the place when people walk in. What is your vision about that? What's your vision about the reputation of your firm or your company? What do people outside the media say about it? What about your involvement in the community? Are you engaged in that? What about with events? What events do you want to be a part of? Speaking engagements, webinars, things of that nature. What about setting a family atmosphere? Do you want your staff and even yourself to have time for yourself, for your family, to go on vacation, take care of each other? Now, once you have these big ideas, let me fix this box. Once you have all of these big ideas, the next step in the mind map is to figure out what specific aspects of each of these topics do you want to include. So for marketing, you got social media, you have pay-per-click, television. You have different options for what needs to be included in your vision for those. What are your 3 core values? What type of clients do you want in intake? What do you want them to say about you and your reputation? How are you going to obtain referrals from other attorneys and from non-attorneys? What are the responsibilities and roles of the leadership versus the attorneys versus the staff? How much are you going to be bringing in revenue in 3 years? All of that information goes into your vivid vision. And so that's how I broke down the mind map for my vivid vision. In another video, I'll actually show you what my vivid vision was, and we'll go through each point, and you'll see how getting these big topics and separating them out and going through and kind of summarizing what it is that you want those topics to be in 3 years will help you be able to write it out. It's really not as daunting as it seems. You've just, if you're like me, you've just never done it before. But taking this and just breaking it apart into all the pieces that it takes to run a business makes it so much easier. So when I started writing it, I started with mission, because it all starts with why we're doing what we do. And then I went to the core values. And then I went into my team, because that's the next part, is the people. And then I went to the revenue. Revenue should not be the number one thing that you talk about in the vivid vision. It's a very important thing, but if you don't have your people right, you're not going to have your money right. So getting all of those types of things separated and apart, so that way you can understand it and break it all down, will help you to be able to write out your vivid vision, which we'll talk about in another video. So hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with people that you think is helpful. If you have any comments about what you think could be added or taken away from this, please put those in the comments. If you've done one like this, or a mind map, and you've got a picture of it, throw that in the comments if you can. And until next time, stay tuned.